good morning, and welcome to Winnipeg. We are done. I am done. I am so done with those ships. Yeah, for a while there I was sort of wondering, did I really need to do 4 of them? But I'm glad now I did. I enjoyed every single build. And last night or yesterday afternoon, after my coffee visitor left, I did get at it, and it went pretty good. It didn't take very long to repair the railings had broken off, maybe only 10-15 minutes. But what did take a long time was trying to decide where to put the little 1/200 scale action figures, or not action figures, but sailors. And yeah, I got, Gabe, if you're listening, I got most of them down. The ones that I was having trouble finding a place to put them were the ones that were in seated positions. Although there was, I did use 4 of them, I believe, in a seated position, and they're sort of sitting. Well, I'll show you a snapshot. And you can see here that they're sort of, the idea is they're sitting there and they're playing cards. And I found that another thing that didn't seem to want to work was if you had just one all by itself somewhere, you had a tendency not to notice it. But if you grouped 3 or 4 or 6 or 8 all together, well then you sort of, they caught your eye. But looking right now from this distance, I can just barely see them. And they are only on the Iowa. And, oh, by the way, Gabe, thank you for that rule of thumb about white hat versus blue hat. In other words, the British sailors had blue hats and the U.S. sailors had white hats. I did catch that comment when you mentioned it 2 or 3 days ago, but I'm sorry that I didn't respond to the comment to acknowledge it. But that's what I went by, and they were already separated in the little tins. You had them all separated out, so that kind of made it easy. And I'm pretty sure I got it basically right. In fact, I think I got it 100% right. And anyway, there's nothing on the hood, and so they're all on the Iowa and Rodney. And the reason for that is because when you're standing in front of the case, you're looking more down on those decks. And when I'm standing in front of it, you can't actually see them. Oh, another thing I was going to do is I had made up little placards that were supposed to stick on the back wall and of the case, and I didn't put those on. I thought maybe I'll come up with something else later. I don't want to have to take the glass off again. You probably can't see it from the way you're looking at it, but the glass is on and it's all cleaned, and yeah, I am, as I said, I am done. I am so done with that case. We're going to be able to start the submarine today. Now, we will undoubtedly not be gluing any plastic parts together. One of the viewers, in fact, I think more than one viewer, was talking about the fact that in the submarine build, it has you jumping from sprue to sprue to sprue. And so what I want to do is organize the sprues in sort of a filing system, because there's a lot of them. I think there's probably twice as many sprues as on any of the other builds. There isn't twice as many pieces, but there's just twice as many sprues. And so I want to, have them organized so that I can quickly find, whatever I need. Yeah, that's what we'll be doing today. Oh, our friend Roger in Australia, I forgot to mention yesterday, he said that he is building this ship. Now, I can't pronounce the name of it. I can say Bismarck, but I can't pronounce that. So anyway, that's what he's doing in 1/200 scale. And yeah, he said he's about a third of the way through. So yeah, interesting. I just thought I'd pass that on. You know, if he was nice enough to send me this really nice note and everything. Uh, okay, I don't think I have anything else I want to add here. It's still quite dark outside. It's only 6:18 in the morning, and yeah, our Don and Bridget won't be coming by for over an hour. The sun won't be coming up for about an hour and a half. Yeah, it's still dark out there. Oh, I woke up early again this morning, so it's going to be another one of those long days. Uh, anyway, I think that looks quite nice. All four of them stacked up like that. About one of the things that I thought I could have maybe done is shortened the rods that come out from the wall that the ship sits on, had them a little shorter, but I just left them the way they were because it made it a little safer for when I would set the hull down and sort of slide it into place. I just left them the way they were. Unless you look at them, it's not really. I'm looking at them in the screen right now the way you are. Okay, let's get ourselves organized here and see what are we going to do about the sprues. Another thing I want to do today, which I will not show you on camera, is over there on the back wall. I want to get rid of all that stuff that I'm not going to be using anymore that pertain to the Bismarck, Rodney, Iowa, and Hood. I've still got little bits and pieces from all four builds, and why hang on to them? I mean, you know, the person has a tendency to want to make some sort of like a little shrine of this stuff, and you kind of feel like when you throw stuff like that out and get rid of it, you're sort of getting rid of your build or something. But no use hanging on to it. I got an awful lot of junk over there that I should clean up. Okay, I think we're talked out here. There's nothing else I wanted to mention. I don't think. And Gabe, thank you so much for those figures. They really add to the perspective, that's for sure. No question about it. You really think, wow, that ship is big when you realize that that's a group of guys standing on the deck. Okay, let's move on here. Well, I guess I don't need to put that there right now. Okay, so here's what's been happening. For most of the morning, I've been going through all the junk and everything that's over there. Went through all my garbage, separated recycle from garbage, and I'm feeling a little bit nostalgic. And the reason being is when I was going through all my stuff, I was coming across bits and pieces that went way back to the first year when we were doing the Bismarck. And you kind of have a sort of a funny feeling when you're throwing stuff like that out. And, you know, you sort of have this feeling like you should really hang on to it. Anyway, I thought, well, at least I don't have to do a sprue check. I've already done it. Well, yeah, I guess I did it 4 times earlier, but not, this is the 5th time. I haven't done a sprue check on this one. And what I was thinking of is when I went through the manual and photographed every page. At least I think I did. Anyway, I'm turning here to the very beginning. And the very first thing we got to check for is to make sure we've got 2 pieces like this and 1 piece like this. So I dug those out, and it's kind of interesting here. We'll just open this up. We're not gonna be doing any building today, so. Now, I don't want to be scratching this. Alrighty, okay, I see what they've done. This is the clear side so that you can see through after you get all your little various compartments built. Alright. Let's just move this over here. Then this other piece, this would be the stern section. I don't know what you call it on a submarine. Would you call it a stern? I guess so. Oh, somebody was saying, am I going to change the title of the series to the model boat? Because they call a submarine a boat, not a ship. And I said, no, we're just going to keep it the same. I said something to the effect of anything that has a nautical theme, we're just going to keep it the model ship. Okay, so then this would go on the end like this. Yeah, I can see how that would go. Anyway, this is going to be the overall length. Yeah, that'll be the overall length of the ship. Well, can you even see the end of it there? See there. So you can see why this would not fit in the case, unless, like Peter from Oscale Modeling said, put it diagonally in the dive position. Then it would have. But yeah, that was funny. Okay, now I don't. There's a lot of sprues. What do we got here? A, B, C, D, H, all the way up to H. It looks like an alphabetical order. J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z if you're an American, Z if you're a Canadian. There's six Z's, Z's. Okay, and then we got our 1 sheet of photo etch. Just 1 sheet. Yeah, and it looks like stuff that I can handle. And then we got some decals. Or decals, depending on where you live. Okay. And step 1 looks like something I can handle as well. We make a torpedo in step 1. That'll be fun. Yeah. But that won't be today. Okay, I'm going to get my sprues up here on the table and go through them and label them. And I was reminded when I was thinking about doing that, way back in the early part of the summer, when Jim Steen had uploaded one of his videos, and I commented back to him that and what he had done was he was labeling his sprues, and so I made a little comment saying the next time I have a build, I've got to remember to do that. And Jim always would reply to my comment. He never missed. And I didn't get a reply, and I thought, oh, that's kind of odd. That's not like Jim. And then a couple of weeks later, another video came out, and he never replied to that one. So I thought, what's the problem here? So then I started to do a little bit of checking, and it sounded like Jim had died. So I contacted Peter from Skill Modeling, because I knew Peter knew him too, and Peter checked, and sure enough. Anyway, I thought that's another reason why I'm feeling a little bit nostalgic, because I guess people did the buddy build in honor of Jim Steen when they did that Bofors GMC truck gun combination thing, and I didn't do that. So I'm going to be labeling my sprues in memory of Jim. Yeah, I feel that I honored Jim while he was alive, because I used to comment on almost all of his videos, when he originally put them on. Now what's happening is Jim's comment or videos are coming out automatically somehow, and I was kind of wondering, did he know he was going to die and he just wanted to keep everything going, or is somebody else uploading these for him? I don't know. It's kind of spooky. Anyway, yeah. So I'm feeling nostalgic. Anyway, let's get our. Let me put these away, because we're obviously not gonna need them for a while, and I don't want to risk scratching this clear plastic. Now this back section is all one piece. I would think that possibly you're supposed to paint the side that's against the wall so it would match this, whatever I paint this. Something big like that I will probably be masking and spraying, but I got a feeling that a lot of this is going to be done by brush, which I'm really going to enjoy, I think. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm guessing this is going to take at least a year, especially the way I go at it. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, just let me get this stuff put away carefully here so we don't scratch our clear plastic, because we do want to be able to see through it later. A lot of it anyway. Okay. As you can see, there is a heck of a lot of sprues here. And at first I was thinking of, maybe taking a sprue like this and having a little tab on it. But I think now what I'm going to do is I'm going to label the bags, because I believe that in this bag we have the same sprue. Yeah, it looks like the same sprue, I think. Or maybe not. Maybe they're different. Okay, this one is... Where's my other glasses here? Maybe my idea of labeling the bag is not going to work. Okay, this is X2, and this is X1. Okay, so that's not going to work then. I did not want to have the sprues loose in the box, because there are so many pieces that are sticking out, that could easily get damaged if they hook. Unless I was to have them on their ends like this, and have the tab on each sprue, that might work. That might work, sort of. Mind you, it does appear to me that most of these are singles anyway, so maybe it could be only on these figures that I'm going to have a problem not labeling the bag. I'll think of something. Where's my stop button here? Okay, here's something that we talked about quite a while ago. There are 6 of the ZZ sprues, and that's these right here. I don't think any of these have actually been opened, but all of the others, I've gone through them and I've flipped them around so that they all open to the right. Now, they're all singles, so I can put a piece of tape on the top and just sort of loop it around and felt marker it. So that's going to work out okay. As far as the figures go, they go, I believe, with this sheet right here. Okay. Now we concluded that before too. Yeah, let's put that over there, and we'll put these over here and keep them separate. And we won't worry about them, where it's going to be a long time before we get to the figures. Okay, I'm just going to continue on here. I think what I'll do is I will open these bags to the right, but they're pretty obvious, and I can mark them with a Z or a Z, but I don't necessarily need to. But all of these others, they definitely have to be labeled. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do now. I'm just going to take a piece of tape and do it something. I guess it doesn't have to be pretty. It just has to be effective. And I'll just take it and do it like this. Okay, and then I will find out what this sprue is, and I will just write it on the little tab part at the top here, and then hopefully it'll make it a lot easier to find. I mean, that's the whole idea of this. Otherwise, I can really see what those viewers were talking about. Yeah, there's just a lot of sprues to rummage through, so I don't want to rummage any more than I have to. Okay. Well, the sun is shining in through the window. That's kind of nice to see. And I have not checked the sunrise yet. I don't know if it was nice or what. If it's worth looking at, I'll do something with it and put it at the end of today's episode. However, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I get a coffee visitor. So what do we got here? It's only 1:41. It's not too bad. I'm not going to start on this. I know that right now I'm at the place where I could. I've got everything labeled and in alphabetical order, and I did it without using a computer. Okay, so all being well, tomorrow we'll be on step number 1. Oh, interesting thing happened. The ZZ sprues, supposed to be 6 of them. At first I could only find 5. I was panicking because I was thinking, now what do I do? I did find the 6th one. It was separate from all. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I found it. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna be starting step number 1 tomorrow. I think I got a clip here somewhere. I'll find it. And we'll just do sort of a bit of a dry run here, just for the fun of it. Okay. Now somebody was saying that you have to go back and forth for all the sprues, but here everything on step number 1, it looks like it's on the Z sprue, all of it. It looks like, yeah, it looks like it's all on the Z sprue. So we just grab one of these and we'll be in business tomorrow. And now for step number 2, just for the fun of it. Okay, step number 2 has a bunch of stuff off the Z sprue, and then we need the G sprue, G sprue, G sprue. It's not that bad. Maybe when we get, going further through, it'll be jogging back and forth. I guess maybe I was kind of worried about it for nothing, because I was under the impression, like I say, you gotta, this piece would be on the H sprue, and this piece would be on the Z sprue, and this piece would be on the C sprue, that kind of thing. But that's not true, at least not so far. I was noticing that there is no I sprue, I guess because that looks too much like number 1, and there is no O sprue. Probably because it looks too much like the 0. That's what I was thinking of. Okay. Otherwise, the complete alphabet. And in fact, there is 2 of 1. Forget what it is. I think it's J, but I'm not sure. J. Oh yeah, here it is. We got J number 1 and J number 2. So that's kind of, I don't know why they did that. Well, I guess I do. They probably ran out of letters. Okay. Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we'll see you tomorrow. I can't shove myself off. I'd end up way over there on the carpet, so